All right, everyone. Since the beginning of the history of the motion pictures, the majority of the films that were produced back in the day were featured a lot of gunfights, a lot of cowboys, and a lot of horse riding. In the film genre that I'm speaking of today is the Western film genre, and Hollywood film genre. The Hollywood Westerns were usually a representation of the times in which they were filmed in. Now, for today's audience, they might find it a little difficult to put their arms around a Western movie, but I assure you that Western flicks were just as popular back in the day as comic book movies are today. We're gathered over here at the American Film Institute in Los Angeles, California, to honor and celebrate the life and work of the mastermind behind the spaghetti Western subgenre, Sergio Leone. Sergio Leone's father was a film director, and his mother was a silent film actress. Due to the harsh nature of the fascist Italy he grew up in, his father's career took a serious blow, and his father would persuade Sergio to pursue a career outside of film. While studying law, Sergio Leone stumbled upon a gig as an assistant director for the classic Italian movie The Bicycle Thieves. And ever since then, at the age of 18, he kind of kickstarted his film career. He received assistant director credits in over 50 American and Italian movies, and he worked under prestigious Hollywood directors such as Robert Wise and William Wyler. Sergio Leone's biggest influence in his film career was the Western movies made by John Ford and Howard Hawks, who were big collaborators with John Wayne at the time. And now Sergio Leone, you really loved those American Westerns, those Hollywood Westerns, and but he just thought that they were too melodramatic. And now in a Hollywood Western, the heroes were these clean-faced, noble heroes in nice, cleanly pressed clothes. And there was a woman who was typically a prostitute with a heart of gold to add a romantic quality to the film. Now, and he also thought that they were too preachy and dialogue-ish, and so he just thought it wasn't a true depiction of, the most brutal and violent time in American history. And now in the spaghetti Western, which is his Western, Sergio Leone's Western, in the spaghetti Western, the heroes were more selfish. They acted neither on the sides of good nor evil. In the movies, the violence was really top-notch for that era. And there was a lot of communication through the use of gestures and facial expressions. Now, Sergio Leone had grown up in a fascist Italy, so he did not share the same views of America as John Ford had expressed in his own movies. So he sort of viewed Italy as like one big Western ghost town that had to be saved from a stranger that had nothing to do with anything, and sort of just save everyone from the hate and corruption that he lived in. Sergio Leone's first success as a director came from when he directed the Dollars trilogy, which featured 3 movies: Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. All 3 of these movies starred Clint Eastwood, who starred as a self-serving bounty hunter on a search for fortune. And now, with the help of these movies, Clint Eastwood would transform his career from a simple TV cowboy actor into an international mega movie star. Okay, and also it was with the use of these movies that filmmakers from now on sort of took a different approach from how violent they make their scenes in their films. Once Upon a Time in the West is regarded as Sergio Leone's most acclaimed work, and is also regarded as one of the biggest achievements in film history. And the story tells about the expansion of railroads and capitalism into the Old West, told through the eyes of a young widow. This film is an also good notable Leone piece because it features his first leading actress, Claudia Cardinale, and the heart and soul of this film lies within the film score composed by Ennio Morricone, and because of the dynamic duo between Ennio Morricone and Sergio Leone as a composer and director, there were a lot of new techniques on how directors would film scenes to match the music, so the music can take over the film. And in conclusion, I just want to, we've kind of gone over all the milestone marks in Sergio Leone's life. I hope you guys learned a great deal about him. I just want to thank the American Film Institution for having me, and thank you, and that's the end of it.